So this is a sort of an advanced snapshot of what the budget looks like and some of the things that you're going to see in the 2019 budget. So in the 2019 recommended municipal tax levy, you can see here where things are being spent, where the money is allocated in that levy. And the recommended levy here for 2019 is almost $347 million. And that does not include the school levy. We do not have that number yet, but this is really just the municipal portion of the total levy. So you can see the majority actually goes to emergency services, and then of course to capital project, and then the rest of operating the government. This is my favorite chart because it's a great snapshot of what happened in the city going back to 2008 and looking forward. So this is our tax rate here, our tax level over the time 2008 to 2018. And you can see what happened in the city of Windsor. We actually decreased taxes for a period of time, and then you've seen an increase over the last few years, but a small increase. And what the red line is really the comparison. Had we passed along inflationary increases, 2% increases in each of those years, you can see how this line looks at 2% a year, and you can see where we are as a city. And just for point of reference, in 2008, the levy that was collected in the city of Windsor was $412 million. The recommendation for this year is $416 million. You can see our property taxes are below the provincial average by about $719 per residence. But on the sewer side, we're actually considered to be higher than the provincial average by $129. And again, on the water side, we're $58 less expensive than the average in the province of Ontario. So when you net this out, residents in the city of Windsor are at almost $4,400 per year. The provincial average is $650 higher. So in the 2019 capital budget, you can see we're recommending a 7-year plan. This is again, we're going to keep adding a year until we get to year 10. That's a requirement for asset management from the province. And so the recommended plan over 7 years is $845 million on the capital side. We know in order to continue to fund and do what we need to do on the sewer side or with respect to flood mitigation, that we need to make greater investments. So you can see what the average was between 2003 and 2008. We were spending about $14.4 million a year. In 2009 to 2018, we significantly ramped it up to $22 million a year. And what we're recommending in 2019 is that we actually add over $9 million, $9.5 million to the pot, and bring that amount, that increase up to $31.6 million. 2018, we're projected to be $78 million when we wrap up the books. But looking forward to the end of this term, as we talked about during the campaign, I mean, the numbers haven't changed. We've stayed on course. We're expected to be at the end of 2022 at $47 million in city debt. And the benefit to taxpayers, of course, is the less debt you have, the more you can invest directly into other projects. You're not paying interest charges to the bank. You're paying for projects that people actually appreciate out on the street. And then from comparison, this is always very important, but looking at our bond rating from our independent bond rater, Standard & Poor, back from 1998 when we were BB plus to where we are today at AA stable. And I think the quote from Standard & Poor, I think is very appropriate here, where they say the city of Windsor is following prudent and well-defined financial policies and has a formula for long-term planning with a focus on financial sustainability and reduced reliance on debt funding. So the initial proposal in the budget documents that you will receive shows a city side increase of 1.6%. And those are the things that are directly within the control of the administration sitting next to me here at this table. There are ABC pressures, so the agencies, boards, and commissions. 1.6 is the city side proposed levy.
Okay, and the other side is?
1.7 is the ABC number. So if you combine the two, 3.3.
In terms of the 3.3% increase that has been included or will be included in the budget documents, on an average home with an assessed value of $150,000, that would amount to approximately $90 per year. So $44 of that would be attributable to the city increase of the 1.6%, and about $46 would be attributable to the ABC's portion of that.
There are ways to do it, to get it down where I don't think there would be what I would call much pain to residents in terms of service reduction. But they certainly, in order to get, the lower you get it, the less service enhancement you're going to see.